This is our Ryoan-Ji house in Kyoto that we have bought with the aim to renovate it into something quite special. Hello everyone. So it's been a few months and we're finally back with the Ryoan-Ji house renovation project. And let me try and guide you through what has been done so far for this phase 1 and what has been left to do. Right, so we start with this beautiful blue tarp and underneath it, a brand new floor. If we go under the tarp, as a means for moisture prevention, moisture control, all of the footprint of the house has been laid with concrete. And also you'll notice what we have here as a layer in between the board and the beam, we have a little bit of heat insulation. This is going to go a long way in terms of keeping this whole house warm. So that's an important addition to have, to say the least. All right, so from floor to the roof, what you see here is a completely reconstructed portion of the roof. Actually, the whole roof, all of it, was fully reconstructed. What we did was we changed all of the elements that were rotten through with new ones. We removed all of the tiles, removed the dirt under the tiles or the earth under the tiles, making the roof much lighter, added heat insulation, and then boarded it all up, right? So now the roof is much lighter and warmer, hopefully, and also doesn't leak. Yay. And one important thing that I would like to note is, even though we are somewhat following the aesthetics of the traditional Japanese architecture, we're not really doing a full-on traditional Japanese construction, which means that using metal fasteners here and there and there, that's allowed. That's not a problem, as long as it makes the building stronger against earthquakes, as long as it makes the building stiffer. We're okay with using the more modern construction elements and construction methods. In the backyard, we do have a slight issue, a problem. The problem is called this misalignment between the two walls, right? Once all of this was demolished, we found this issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a new facade wall right here that will hide the ugly break there. We'll need to figure that one out. Moving on, so as a part of the reconstruction or earthquake safety reconstruction, we had to, or we already planned for, reinforcing or building newly these two walls. This wall right here and this wall right here. So these are done in traditional methods, but they do have fasteners inside for earthquake safety. So the house basically doesn't sway sideways like that, right? Because the Japanese houses, they're quite stiff in this direction, but they're quite weak in this direction, right? So the more walls you have running along this axis, the stiffer the house is going to be, and that was one of the requirements for us to get the subsidy for earthquake retrofitting, earthquake safety retrofitting for a machia house. So right now what you see here, this is a space where we wanted to have all of our like ventilation equipment and so on, basically hanging above the work area. And right now the wires that you see are just electrical wires. The ventilation will mostly be done, as well as AC cooling will mostly be done during phase 2. But we already have some of the wiring done for it, or piping, I should say, done for it. So if I go through here, in this area, this is where, focus, this is where the AC cooler is going to live, AC cooler number 1. And basically, stepping up, backwards, we're going to have a grill here. So it's going to be hidden, tucked away, right? It's not going to be visible, and there's only going to be a grill here. That should not mess around with the aesthetics of the machia that much. So the second floor is coming together quite nicely. There's not so many things that are being changed right now in the second floor, because most of it has already been done. So here we have our sliding windows that we need to open up like that, slide them open, double glazed windows. So the heat performance of these should be pretty good. And just looking outside, right, I just want to showcase the roof. The roof has been fully reconstructed, and now instead of that like dirty, whatever material it was, bitumen, well, you can see the old material right there, right? So instead of that, we have the metal roof going on here. Also, in addition to that, what we've done was we decided to help out the neighbors a little bit, so with their cladding. So their facade has been also renovated. We just paid for it so that basically water doesn't drip through their facade into our house, and also generally just makes it look nicer. Not that expensive, and just helps out with the standing between us and the neighbors, I guess. One sad thing right there is that some of the trees were cut down. We have these beautiful sakura trees. Some of them were cut down. I believe it's because of the electricity lines, and because of that, now we won't have that much privacy from the trees. But I'm being told that greenery grows really fast in Japan, so the remaining trees should block out the view from the neighbors and should fully kind of create this green wall effect that we've seen before in no time. Definitely throughout the timeline that this construction is happening. And if we look at the frosted glass facade here, so this is the one side, second side, right? If we look at it here and we open it up, it's opened. Right. We don't have a balcony anymore. Instead of a balcony, we can see this beautiful roof. We're basically above the bathroom area, right? So this roof, and this is the Angava area, have been fully made anew, and of course, as you can see, they're metal. In addition to that, the roof of our neighbors has also been renovated to fit with the style of what we are doing. We're not really sure if we paid for that or not. I don't mind, honestly. I don't mind if we did. And let's talk about the facade. So from the outside, or from the inner yard, The facade, as you can see, is going to be the burnt wood, shosugiban, right? And then we have the rain shutters or storm shutters that are going to be the same color as, oh, this is very dark. Same color as these beams right here, right? So those are going to be for the storm shutters. It should be a pretty nice composition. This was the tricky bit. This was the tricky area. So here we have the burnt wood, the full area here, right? But the problem was that we're right on the sight line, right? We're right on the border of where we can build. So this is this is how much of the heat insulation we managed to add in. I think in total it was 25 millimeters. All right, it's been a week and maybe two, and now we have windows. We have window frames that came in. These are going to be for the bathroom, for the bathroom area. So as I said, really big windows are gonna go there with some rainstorm shutters that will help with the typhoon winds during the summer season. So these are already here. You can see that they still don't have any glass in them. And hopefully glass is going to be added in soon. It's also raining. It's very wet outside. And one of the things that I forgot to mention, how much I appreciate, is the orderly fashion in the way of how Japanese builders work. All of the tools have their own little place, little shelves are made. Everything has a position where you can find it, right? And even if I take you and I show you around, that's my backpack, don't worry about that. But here, the storage is all neatly placed, neatly laid out. So that is something that we don't really observe in Lithuania. And you can see here the windowsill has been made with some really nice joinery going on here. Still, screws are used, of course, but the joinery exists, right? It is there. So the windows are going to be yay high, or they're going to start from this altitude, and they're going to go all up to the ceiling. Where you're standing, or where the camera is standing, that's going to be our sliding door area that will put some additional light into the space, into the spaces behind you. The second floor is complete. Phase one of the second floor is complete. And the main things that were added in these 2 weeks that we've let the house alone with the builders are these layers for additional layers of the wooden structure with some Neoma foam, the heat insulation material. Basically, us adding in an additional layer from the inside makes sure that the facade from the outside stays exactly the way how it used to be, right? So we're not adding any additional layers on the outside for this facade, as well as the back facade right there, right? So those were added in as well. One thing that we have noticed, and where do I show this to you? I guess let's come here. For phase two, stuff like this, can you see it? That's no good, right? Which means that, and then basically we can see this kind of peeling, these cracks and so on, happening all over the seams of the house, which means that we will need to mess around with the surface, the finish material, especially here. Okay, should have shown you this, right? First layer, it's focusing wrong. Focus on that one. There we go. First layer, second layer, layers in between. Most of it will need to be peeled off and reapplied, right? Shouldn't be a problem. Also, this grid was added, but yeah, that's easy enough. Anyway, so second floor is complete. And there we go. The scaffolding is done, has been removed, and now you can see the facade as it is. Of course, the framing and the wood that you see that's way too bright is not going to be bright. It's going to be colored or oiled to fit with the darker wood aesthetic that you see under the roof, right? And also the yellow color will be replaced with this kind of a bluish, blackish tint that is quite common in Kyoto area. Let me find some nice angles for you to see this from. Next month's video is already out on Patreon. If you support the channel, you can see it now. And also ask me questions here.